And a conference got underway this week at the Dead Sea focused on preserving Jewish sites in Egypt, a country whose archaeological treasures have fallen victim to years of chaos. Zamir went to see how they're planning to do it.
Several dozen members of the Egyptian Jewish diaspora arrived in the Dead Sea on Sunday for a three-day conference. Most of them are first generation and fled their home country in what became known as the Second Exodus. Events got underway with the screening of an upcoming documentary about the Jews of Egypt by Elliot Malki, who himself left Egypt at the age of 18.
The moment they confiscated all my father's assets in the 60s, very early 60s, it was almost impossible to carry on life normally.
I have beautiful memories of Cairo. Until 1948.
The focus for the 2015 convention is the preservation of Jewish sites in Egypt. With the emergence of the Islamic State and the destruction of historical sites in Iraq, the fear is growing that these beloved buildings could also be destroyed.
They did something terrible in Iraq, so it's a total despair. It's a pity.
The topic of preserving Jewish sites in Arab countries was presented to UNESCO Secretary General Irina Bokova last June.
UNESCO, they are talking and doing preservation of holy sites, of Muslim holy sites, of Christian holy sites. They didn't touch yet the Jewish holy sites in Arab lands.
And whether the preservation of these sites is a priority is also something some disagree on.
I think this is not an aim very useful for the next generation, because the next generation, they will hardly go to visit Egypt at the synagogue.
For some, it's simple. These buildings need to be preserved so the world knows that once upon a time, Jews lived in Egypt.
It proves that we were there for thousands of years. If it's gone, then there is no history and there is nothing to tell the world that we existed.